Hey collectors, I wanted to share this information. I was very reluctant to post this, but I'm going to have to. Now, one of the old tenants where I used to reside, and I just had to download, no, I didn't just have it, but back in December 2021, when I was taking my son to, well, first of all, let me back up. I gave my neighbor a ride to the light rail station, and she was taking my son to his field trip into the homeschool program. He was out of town. What city was that? It was over 3.5 hours away, if not. So, maybe 2. So then I got a call from my neighbor. His name is Eric Steele. And I returned the call. He wouldn't answer the phone. So he kept calling me. And then I missed the call. I called back. He wouldn't answer. Then this other guy contacts me. His name is Ellis. He contacts me as a clear blue. Calling me. And I didn't see the call. So I returned the call. He didn't answer. So I'm like, okay, why I keep playing games? So then I came to the conclusion, I just had like a premonition. I was driving or traveling, that something must be going on in my apartment. So I tried to look at the video, the camera footage, and it was blank, like black, on my Ring device. That's why Ring is having a class action lawsuit, and it's a settlement on Ring. So anyways, I get back home. I felt somebody came to my place. I kept calling my neighbor. He wouldn't answer. He was texting me about going to the casino, this and the other. And sent me pictures, But, you know, something in my stomach didn't feel right. And then right, this is December 10th, 2021. Then that Sunday, Monday, well, Sunday, he asked me did I want to go out to eat at this Mongolian place up the street. I said, no, I already ordered Panda Express, right by Panda Express. I said, well, maybe Monday. So that Sunday, Monday, these chain of events happened. This murder happened in his apartment. There was a, let me back up. Someone gave a statement. The way the whole crime scene set up was kind of weird. I kept calling him and saying, hey, it was like sheriff and down by your place. He wouldn't respond. The detective at the time didn't want to take my report because I was supposed to be a friend. He was uninterested, but he went to my next door neighbor who the wife didn't speak English, apparently. And we were way in a different building. Then, there's a lot of stuff that happened in between time, but during the month of December, you know, I was contacting his family, because I know they knew. They say he loved his family, they have a big family, and shit like that. Okay, fine. Then I went to his friend's house. Her name was Sarah, who lived on Rennick. And I told her that, you know, Eric was, I guess, killed. So then I broke down crying. Because I was like, damn, I just met the man. Basically, I mean, we were there living for a while, but he just came on to me. But then I realized, over the years, the connection with my family. That's another video for that. It's just a long story. So she offered me in, and I said, no, thank you. And she knew a whole lot of stuff, too. I peep game. So, long story. I can't give it all away. But he had some family who befriended me. And supposedly he was arrested and, you know, for harassing other tenants and shit like that, but it really is the other way around because they were harassing him. And then he was telling me how the sheriff pulled down the street, took him out of one car, put another car down to the jailhouse. That's kidnapping. So, long story. So, I'm replaying all this shit in my head because some of it didn't make sense. So I slept on it, and I had a dream that he was still alive. I kid you not. And I had a dream that him and this guy Ellis was in my apartment. So I was telling Sarah, we was talking on the phone, but I changed my number because, you know, I got these odd calls and shit like that. And I had lost her phone number because I had reset my phone, the factory reset. So I didn't have her number anymore. And I told her, I said, I had a dream that he was living like in a one bedroom, like duplex or something like that. And that he hasn't crossed over. I just felt that. Of course, you know, I was boo-hoo crying. But then I thought about it. I said, okay, I need to keep up the facade because there was something that didn't sit too well with me, right? And it's been heavy on my mind because, you know, I haven't really nobody to really talk to about this stuff. And what I gathered is that my daughter is connected to their family as well. So it's a lot of stuff. Because he mentioned something about the funeral home and, you know, the brother's in the hospital. For the other brother was beating him up, but he was making a different story, like it was somebody else's family, and that the mother left everything to the daughter, to this one lady. But he's really saying about me, looking back. So, so fast forward, I had this unlawful eviction, and then I'm going to say January, if not February. Somebody was on my phone, because at the time I was using my phone, my hotspot for my internet. So then, but this was even the same person as on my phone. It was the same place before my neighbor had allegedly passed away. Because I remember one tenant, let me back up, I know I'm jumping around, but one tenant had said, that doesn't even look like him in that body bag. He was bigger than that. Like they were trying to say something. Because there was a lot of eyes in the community, eyes and ears forewarned. And there was like a black widow stuffed animal on a chair. Like a black spider. And I remember people kept asking me questions like, you didn't see this, that. They were saying that there were rumors that I worked for the police department because they didn't want nobody contacting me or telling me anything about those hidden cameras or going to my apartment. So fast forward this year, they said they've been doing it for about 2 years. Somebody was going in and out of this motel that's downtown by Cesar Chavez Park, which is formerly known as Wino Park. You know, late at night, going back and forth. At this hotel. And I delivered there one time. I went to see, I was like, this is that place that someone's on my phone. That place is something else. And you don't even know what I mean. It's like Hotel California. Basically. It's older, it's, you know, the way it is. I seen some things in there, I was like, damn, get me out of here. But, then I said, you know, let me double check what this is. So I'm on my hotspot on my old ass computer that I don't normally use. And, it showed a real estate place. And guess who's the owner of the real estate? I forgot the lady's name, but her last name is Steele. Steele. I said, I'll be there. They're trying to find something, because see, they're all my family. These people, I don't even know these people at all. And one of their families were sent to me because they needed help with child support. They're all together tied in. So I got her information because it showed the building. And I said, let me do some further research, like who all rents this building. So this lady, I gotta find this on my flash drive. I'm gonna post it on my community tab, hopefully sooner than later. And I'm like, what? So I called her up. She answered my phone. I hung up. I called her up again and left a message. And I said my name and everything. Hi, this is Fatima Katimba. My number is, and I gave her my number. I said, it shows that you were on my phone. What are you doing on my phone? Whatever I said. And she didn't call me back because she was guilty. See, I can make her lose her license if I really wanted to. That's why they're stalking me and harassing me. Who gives these people the right to be hacking my shit? Because it all came from North Highlands. All those real estate agents and whatever, so they've been stealing from me. And I know with Eric, you know, I mean, he was a nice person, granted. He had said something subliminally. We kept constantly going to the bank, which is a safe bank. That's where my mom had her account. That's where the beneficiary account was with me and my brother. But then the bank denies it. They don't give me any information. Yeah. And before, he stepped to me. He never talked to me before. I was trying to acknowledge, hey, how you doing? He would never acknowledge me. But then later on, the year 2021 is when, after my mom died, that's when he introduced himself to me. And he was like, oh, I'm Eric from down the street. And, you know, he said, I'm Eric Steele, I'm 55, whatever his slogan. He was very funny, though. But he was like, yeah, you know, come on, 15 minutes move, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck. At the time, I didn't really have the funds. I had the bills, I had shit, you know, a lot of shit going on. And then I got my car, I got my ride. And then he would say something like, Timmy, you don't do drugs. I'm like, what? Same thing my high school boyfriend said to me. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I realized this rumor was around that I do drugs, this and the other. And I was wondering, why would they say that? You know what I'm saying? You don't see me out. You don't see me on the hidden camera doing some shit. And then when I saw something online in the connection with my daughters and his family, he has like 20 some odd people. Some are in government, some in the police department, county officials. They're seated in government. Some attorneys, doctors, pastors. They work in the courts. Oh yeah. So I'm just here reflecting, because like, I wanted to say that a long time ago, but I just didn't feel like it, you know. And when I've been watching these messengers back in 2021, because before I never really watched, you know, tarot messengers, like how it is now. So I was, you know, doing my own thing, but after my mom passed, it directed me to YouTube, and directed me to one lady. I don't want to say her name, but it directed me to her, and then the second one. And then the second one, I followed her to YouTube. She knows who she is. And I felt like, my God, she knows everything. But I already knew, because I was going to go to her channel for information for myself, for my confirmation. Like stuff I already knew or speculated, but she just confirmed it for me. Everything. I mean, just everything. Like, I want to say so much. Like, damn, girl, like, thank you for confirming what I already knew. But it's like, who do you talk to? Because they all deny it. No, that's not true. You're Daloja now, as they say, because they were all stealing my shit. Or my mom's stuff. Even they stole some money from, they put on my sister, my disabled sister. My brother put her up to it, to do it, because she never left home. You know? But overall, yeah, I had that dream. Not a dream, but like that thought that this guy Ellis and Eric, they called me, they kept calling me, And I missed a call back, they won't answer. They called me again, I guess to see where I was at. So I turned my phone off. And I imagine they were in my apartment because later on, Eric says, "Oh, Fatima, have you seen my phone? I left my phone, oh, blah." But I remember I was sitting on my couch, and I should have looked, but I didn't. I could feel buzzing on my floor because they had that smart line throughout the building. And something would buzz, like the phone, the battery was going dead. It was up in the couch or something. I should have looked, but, you know, when I was moving, the couch was thrown out. And I said, "No, there's no phone in my car." He said, "I lost my phone." And this, that, and the other. I'm like, I don't know. So I think that phone was probably in my couch. And they probably came to my apartment, sat down, and it probably fell in there. Damn, I should have looked in there. You know, they kept stressing me out so damn bad and harassing me and all kind of shit. I had time to do shit. You know, time it's like stress. Like all you want to do is lay and go to sleep. So the people, the unstable bitch that was like next door to me, she was connected to them as well. And they always go to the back of the apartments. That's where it all was at. But yeah, like I told Sarah, I said, yeah, this is her best friend. You know, she said she spoke for TSA. She said, and she was like, yeah, she showed me some other stuff, but she was like, yeah, you know, it's my best friend, she drink, da, da, da. And then she would say, and I told her that I just felt that he didn't pass over, he didn't cross over. I just felt it. But I was kind of saddened because I was getting to know him. He was funny though, you know. He was funny. But yeah, I'm just upset at the fact that how can his family log into, she's into real estate. She has a building downtown by that hotel, by the DA's office, I think it is. I gotta look on my map again. Was hacking my stuff and I called her. I sure did, left a message. I haven't seen her on her lately, but periodically I'll check my phone and scan it to see. I was like, what is it to them? Because they've been stealing my stuff. What's left for me? That's why all these rumors and gathering my documents and poisoning my food and the management's involved too. That's why, because they all knew. Because my brother was a big fat ass mouth, and my other brother too. You know, they have ties with these community property managers, real estate agents, people who they went to school with, some of our attorneys. They befriended my ex, then of course his attorney or his judge friend. Yeah, I know already. Like I said, to the messenger I followed from TikTok to YouTube, you know, it's like it was very basically confirmation of what I already knew. Or I didn't really know, but speculated. And somebody knew, but some of the others I speculated. Like graveyard magic, shit like that. Like my sister, she was like, they're already on their way to Woodland, talk about, you can come with us if you want to. Okay, well, you're way in Woodland, and I'm still in Sacramento. You're just not letting me know? No. You know? And there's a lot of other stuff. I don't want to say it. But I'm pretty sure if there is an investigation or investigator, they already know this because they have satellite imagery. Oh, yeah. We're in the age of technology. That's why they don't want to answer their phone. That's why they don't want to talk to me. That's why they abruptly stop, you know, have it. Well, I don't want to say that part either. It's a lot of stuff. Because they know I know. And they're the ones who are in my apartment, too. Stealing my things. Trying to come up with something. Because like I said, my younger brother, the one that's not incarcerated, I was telling him about the FBI, talking about the FBI stuff. He was like, yeah, the FBI profiler because our brothers in the Panther clubs. I had to look it up myself. Like, what's Panther clubs? Or Cubs, whatever it's called. And then I was like, the FBI is not that sloppy. If they want something, they don't kick your door in and get boxes and take your shit. They don't come in your place and take your shit or rearrange shit. That's some local movie theater bullshit, you know what I mean? They don't do shit like that. If they want something, they'll get that subpoena. Or they don't get it anyway, do digital, what's it called? Digital something like that. You know, I'm not a professional in that area, but you know, those contact your service provider, their subpoena, and take your shit. And then when they want really the hard copies, they don't kick in your fucking door and take your shit. That's how they do it. So my brother, he thought I was dumb. Cause you know, I never showed any, what's the word? They thought I was dumb and stupid doormat, you know, naive, you know, don't know nothing. But you know, you never let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. But Fuja, I just compile and observe. Like I know about the voodoo dolls and shit like that. Trying to make people blind and shit like that. God, that shit don't work. That shit does not work. All this that they do, it backfires. And you better actually hire officials. They be going to these countries and get their protections, shit like that. They're well informed. So I'm gonna put that up there. But anyways, I just want to just mention that. Yeah. The so-called drive-by shooting, shit like that, and these Haitian people harassing me, and I don't even know these people. None of them, they're part of my brother. They're in his clique. Yeah, I know who damaged my car. I know everything. That's why it's going down for them. And who works at which properties. I know where the employees live. Oh, I have it. Because they be on my phone, hacking my shit. And they don't even tell you what the fuck is going on. Like they said, her place is thrashed. But yet, they sent to the government, her place is in excellent conditions. Okay, so which one is it? Is it thrash or excellent condition? Which one is it? You know, you can't tell me how to live. And if I want to live a certain way, it's my business. But overall, don't mislead the government. Don't tell them one thing and something else. They mad. It was all conjured up. They be doing all kind of fraud over there. Yeah, that's why they're harassing me and following me. I had a rental car. They went to the rental car. You see handprints over the window. I mean, granted, when they were downtown, the sheriff department, they were really good. The people down there were really nice. They're really good. But if you go to the one now, they moved to Orange Avenue in Sacramento. It used to be the federal building, FBI building. They don't want to do no fingerprints. They don't want to do nothing. Not for me, anyway. So they tried to get a one-up. See, I already knew. I took my shit. I was like, I'm putting shit, whatever, and I took the bait. You know, they went into the room I was at. I told my son to come with me to the store. I was like, exhausted at the time because I was running around town. And they came in my room, snooping around. They thought I could get something. They didn't get nothing. They put shit on my drinks, shit like that. It didn't work. There's these bitches that live next door to my room. When I come out, they come out.
What is that?
Yeah, the dog. Close the curtain. The lady with the dog, she put me through the window. Get herself shot.